Good evening, Yoela. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Kenny. Kenny, we have seen rising demand and a subsequent surge in copper prices the past weeks. Price per ton even reached $7,000, but dropped back to about 6,800. What is the direct benefit for Zambians, if any, with this surge of copper prices on the international market?
Interestingly enough, there is no direct benefit in terms of Zambia benefiting from these increased copper prices. And there seems to be a historical understanding that we actually do have a benefit. Normally, the agreements around direct purchases of copper are between the mining firm and the buyers. So we don't actually have a direct benefit at all. So regardless of how the prices go up, so the indirect benefit is that as Zambians, we're trying to lobby for more businesses from the mines. Now, bear in mind, the mines are no longer at construction stage. So most of the business that's available is maintenance related. And to make matters worse, most of those suppliers that supply to the mines are what we call original equipment manufacturers. They're the ones that get most of the high value contracts. So we're trying to use what they're calling the local procurement strategy, which is part of the new Procurement Act that is expected to kick in next year in order for us to lobby for more business that can actually trickle down into the economy.
Right. Now, an issue we cannot run away from this week is... okay, please go ahead.
China has done something that is rather amazing. They've taken advantage of the recovery period and what we are calling the stimulus packages that were put in to serve industries across the world to buy up a lot of copper. And that's the reason why right now the two minerals that they're really buying, copper is leading, as well as aluminium. But they've ignored all these other minerals. This is something they did, I think, in 2009. So they bought like about 618,000 tons in October alone, bringing their total purchases this year to about 5.1 million tons. They've just done this, taken advantage of the environment and boosted up raw materials that were not available for their industries when COVID hit.
Right. Now, Kenny, an issue we cannot run away from this week is the impending vote by bondholders this Friday the 13th. Some analysts are expecting an outright rejection by bondholders. This will definitely put pressure on Zambia. In your view, what repercussions is Zambia up against?
Remember my first explanation on this. This is us choosing between paying rentals and school fees. The reality is that if we do not, if they do reject, our budget is in trouble. It means that we have to pay because they gave us a grace period in order for us to pay. So if we do pay, then we won't be in default. But then we won't have the additional money for us to be able to meet the other commitments that we have to operations and being able to pay salaries and being able to run our operations, especially that we're getting into the election year. So economically, we might see a bit of a huge squeeze on availability of resources and things like that that government normally would meet. So it's a tough one, believe you me, especially that we pretty much know that the rejection is coming.
Right, Kenny. Zambia has been on the path to recovery economically after COVID-19 restrictions easing, as shown by the improving Purchasing Managers Index for November, released by Standard Bank. Now, what benefit is that to businesses and households in view of the weakening kwacha and rising inflation?
Two things have actually happened. A lot of people have become innovative in the way they're trading nowadays. And the fact that Zambia did not go into 100% lockdown, there were certain sectors that were available. Now that we seem to have recovered, there's more cash flow, there's more money being circulated. But the challenge is that we still remain to be an importing, consumer-based country. So we still see delays in supply chain, but this may have also created new business opportunities, new innovations. We've seen quite a number of Zambians come up with very amazing online-based businesses. So if at all we continue being smart as we're growing, I think there'll be a lot more money for people to share and a lot more business opportunities if we tap into what's actually going on. So like I told most people, we will have a positive growth economically towards by December. That was my prediction. So to actually see this taking shape is pretty interesting, and it's something worth watching, despite the fact that inflation-wise we seem not to be doing well. But the point is, there's money exchanging hands. People are starting to do business literally under the new normal. So it's still something positive for us, and we can still continue taking advantage of the opportunity.
Right. Kenny, thank you very much for coming through today.